Hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, I'm Claire.
And we are Higher
Higher
Jigs. And we're here to talk to you about brilliant gins that we feel incredibly excited about, and this is no exception. We have...
These are kind of fusion gins, aren't they, in a way?
Fusion gins. I don't know what that song was, but it was
I don't
good.
know where that came from either.
But it's nice. But we've got something today. It's a wonderful British gin, which hasn't really hit the mainstream in terms of being available on every shop floor yet. But
It'll be the first time I'm trying it.
But we think it's pretty beautiful. And it is called Seven Sisters Gin. Seven Sisters is a district of London up on towards the end of the Victoria line, but that's not where it's from. I don't really know why it's called Seven Sisters, actually. But it is from the Rathfinney estate, which is down in Sussex. I found this beautiful gin. I was given it to me as a gig present, actually, after a gig. They obviously heard about my gin habit and thought it was better than wine. Claire, however, would dispute that.
Well, it's related to wine.
It's sort of, yeah, and Claire loves her wine. So I thought she should taste this. This is sort of made with and inspired by white grapes. And knowing Claire's love of similar gins, I thought that it would be the ideal thing for her to try.
Yeah. Well, see, Ben knows that one of my absolute favourite gins in the world is this gem, le Gin de Christian Drouin, made by a company that make calvados. So this is a fusion product as well. This is basically a gin with the flavour palette of a calvados.
You're a fusion product.
Sorry?
You're a fusion product.
I am a fusion product because I'm a New Zealander and British. And also, I mean, if we're thinking about it, there are a few sort of fusion gins out there, aren't there? Like Ferdinand Saar.
Yeah.
So that's made with Riesling grapes. And then there are, who else?
Oh, well, Four Pillars, for example, out in Australia, they do a bloody Shiraz, they do a Chardonnay gin. So there are companies out there that absolutely fuse these things together. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful products.
Yeah, so...
But no British ones until we found this.
Yeah, so we were basically thinking, Ben brought this along thinking this will be, you know, the British answer to something that Claire already absolutely loves. So
Sussex, if you go down to Sussex as well, that's where they're making all the British answers to all these incredible French wines. If you think about it, it makes sense. It's the south of England. If you're going to get any sun in the UK, you're probably going to get it south. Sorry if you're up north, but you're probably most likely to get the sun down there. So it makes sense to access down there in terms of trying to replicate the French climate.
Yeah. Right, so let's get in there.
Shall we? Let's get in there.
Do you want to pour us each a little Seven Sisters?
Seven Sisters. And you're
Seven Sisters.
Is that the British version? Or the New Zealand version?
It's the New Zealand version. I was trying to bring my New Zealand side back, so I'm going to give us a... Oh, whoops, that's
Bring it all back to you.
Bring it all back now.
Oh, just you're the same octave, right?
I am today.
Claire
so
is
just
a
a teeny
clarity.
bit of Le Gin because, you know, this is hard to come across and I'm running out, but we thought we'd do a little comparative thing. So,
shall we try, because we've never tried the Seven Sisters before, should we try Le Gin because we know it?
Yes.
So let's do that. So this is a French wine inspired gin.
Yeah,
Calvados.
It's a Calvados gin. Oh, so it's appley and it's got lovely sweet spices and that sort of thing.
Mm. So it's a bit stronger in terms of flavour. You've got the you get a sort of more of a sort of alcohol hit, but it's beautifully balanced in terms of there's a level of sweetness there. There's a lot of fruit in there.
And it's got all sorts of lovely things, you know, like vanilla and cardamom.
Yeah, but nothing dominates. No one thing dominates, and except you're aware it's a winey gin.
Yeah, and this is what I refer to as one of my gobstopper gins, where when you're drinking this made up in a gin and tonic, as the ice melts, as it dilutes, the flavours change and develop and different things come to the foreground. So this is why I love drinking this. It functions
When you said
like...
a gobstopper gin, I just thought it made you quiet.
No, absolutely not. Nothing makes me quiet.
That's why I was so keen.
Yeah, but basically, so for me, something like Le Gin functions like a really complex white wine in that as it's in your mouth and as you drink it and as it oxidizes and as the temperature changes, different things come to the foreground, and so the flavor remains interesting the whole time, and you can enjoy it thoroughly as you go through the process, and that is what this gin does for me. So I'm hoping.
I feel like this gin is what Parisians would have if they wanted to like invoke the feeling of being down somewhere slightly warmer further south down in France.
Yeah.
You know, in the same way that we do when we want to invoke our holidays in a caravan. I know it sounds like a weird thing to say, but it's got a kind of moment of fondness, possibly for French people as well. So we're hoping that Seven Sisters will invoke the same sense of fondness for us as Brits.
Lovely and sweet and fruity on the nose.
Yeah.
It smells like an orchard.
Yeah, there's a lot of apple and sort of things there, but it's not aggressively sweet.
No. Oh, and on the tongue, it's almost, and this I say this in a good way, it's almost grassy.
Yeah. It's got the orchard, there's a lot of apple in there, but it's got the jardinier in there as well, as you say. It's got some slightly green herbs in there.
So it tastes like if you're lying down on like a sunny day when the sun is bringing all of the fragrances out of the grass and the plants. You're lying in the grass and smelling all of those scents from the orchard. That's what this gin is for me. That is very nice.
Should we make it into a G&T?
Yeah. So
I bought Kirsten the new gin glasses. It's really exciting.
They're beautiful, and this is another gin we're going to have to talk about sometime. Blue bottle, but
Blue bottle from Guernsey, but
stand
that's
by
another day.
because that one needs, you know, a lot.
No one deserves a video on its own, I'm sure.
So basically,
oh my god! I just tried that again, but I took a bigger swig, which is interesting because before I really sipped it, and actually I did get a hint of something quite sweet, almost vanilla-y. Take a real swig of it. Don't just do that. Take a real thing of it, and you'll just. It's very different when you do it that way.
Find a frog in.
Oh yeah, maybe that's the answer. I got something a lot sweeter again, almost vanilla-y or buttery or something.
Almost like whatever comes out in the back of a Chardonnay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. When people say Chardonnays are buttery, I know what they mean.
Yeah. It's very, very subtle.
Yeah. So that's really interesting. So there is, you know, for a British take on, you know, a kind of effectively a French product. I think the French got there first. I'm sorry. This is a wonderful sort of a wonderful tribute to it, really. We're getting some apple.
So yeah, basically what we garnish le gin with is apple and some dried juniper berries. So Ben thought perhaps the same.
Should we treat it exactly the same way and see if it works in exactly the same way? I'm going to pour myself a wee bit more.
Yeah, could you top me up a little bit just because I really do need to. See, I've got a gig tomorrow, so I can't have too much.
That feels like the right amount.
Perfect, but I feel like really it would be unfair not to try it properly. And normally about 6 of these little guys, so I'll give you a few as well.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Do you want to tonic us up?
Yeah, I'll tonic you up, baby. So we like Fever Tree Light because we feel it's got a complete lack of ego. It sort of allows the gin to speak, but Claire's on this FODMAP diet at the moment. It's really boring.
So I'm going to say what I've noticed, if anybody else out there is on FODMAP or can't find Fever Tree Light, basically what you do is just use less of it. So what I find is I probably use, 2/3 to maybe even half.
You're basically half and half of gin and tonic, aren't you?
Yeah, but if I use Fever Tree Light, because it's got less ego, I might use a bit more. So if you have to use a full fat Fever Tree for whatever reason, just use a little bit less because it is sweeter. It's got a stronger flavour of its own.
So we're using full fat.
But we'll probably divide that between us.
Let's go. Yeah, probably. Do you want to pour what you want? I think if you pour what you want, I'll just put the rest in mine. Yeah, that sounds about right. Cause I've got
50-50 for
I've
me.
got a bit more gin.
And also because this Seven Sisters is so smooth as well. It wasn't...
It's actually a neat possibility because of the level of sweetness in it. You don't just get an aggressive juniper head. It's a real neat possibility.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is lovely.
I would say, in terms of British gins, the ones on the south of England, this is as strong as I found in terms of like the gins you can find on the south coast. So if you want to go somewhere local, you want to go to the Rathfinny estate, which is down in Sussex, I would say you would do well to find a better day trip if you're a gin expert or a gin enthusiast. I think you could find they do amazing wines, and
I think I need to go there.
Yeah, and Sussex is an absolute hive of alcohol. Like, if you want to become an alcoholic, Move to Sussex. So one of the biggest.
Maybe I should move down there.
One of the biggest sparkling wine producers is Nightimber, which is obviously competing with champagne and all sorts of things. But Nightimber are based down that way, and they are producing their product in massive quantities. And so these guys, I think, are next cab off the rank. So enjoy it, drink it. It's slightly sweet. It's very beautiful. And if you don't like gin, you say, "Oh, I don't like gin." You like us. You're our friends. You're probably watching this video. And you think, "Oh, I don't really like gin very much." You might like this because it's so varied. It's slightly sweet. There's not a massive juniper. We had to put juniper berries in to up the juniper hit. So it's not excessively ginny. It's just delicious.
I was saying, it's like drinking a sun-soaked apple orchard.
It's like the opposite. It's like Christmas where you grew up.
Yeah.
This is what we should have drunk on Christmas Day when I came over 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we will next time.
Next time. Cheers, guys.
Right. Cheers,
Thank
everybody.
you very much.